All right, guys, here's another video. I'm doing something different. I usually don't review bracelets or straps just because most of my watches I enjoy stock. However, I've always had an issue with the stock Omega Seamaster bracelet. I've never been a fan of it. I just found it too clunky, too outdated, and not comfortable. So cue a conversation maybe a couple of weeks ago. Noticed a lot of people have been trying out Uncle Seiko straps and bracelets. I'm a huge fan. When I had a ton of Seikos, I would always swap out the original bracelet and swap his in for just more comfort. And they look great. So here's something I've seen on his Instagram. We'll link it below. He has had people buy his Omega Speedmaster line of bracelets and put them onto the Omega 42mm Seamasters. Now, how does that work? Well, before we do that, let's get into the package. So this just came in today. So you've got a Uncle Seiko sticker. That's pretty badass. You've got the card. It says save 10% on your next order. Will do, Larry. Thank you. Ooh, another sticker. I like this. And then the actual bracelet. That's pretty much it. Shipping was really fast. I am here in Southern California, so from Larry to me, it took 2 days. But anyways, so what this is Larry's purchased. He owns a Speedmaster and started getting into the intricacies of the vintage Omega style bracelets. Now, what's happened is, as always, you know, there's always adventurous people who take those and figured out that, hey, you know what, with a slight bit of manipulation, you could put this Speedmaster bracelet onto the new 42mm Omega Speedmasters, or sorry, Seamaster, I should say, with the date at 6 o'clock. So here's mine. This is currently on rubber. It came to me on rubber, so I'm gonna take the rubber off and put on this bracelet. So let's come back to that in a bit, but let's take a look at it. So I got the 1171. So the package comes with the Uncle Seiko branded plastic. You got 2 spring bars with shoulders, so you can use a proper tool. So I'm gonna put those aside. Here's the bracelet. It is kind of like a president slash, oyster slash, for me, why I grabbed it is because this looks like something off of a Planet Ocean. It looks something Omega would issue, and this is apparently a vintage style derived Omega, a vintage Omega based bracelet, in the sense that it even comes with the old vintage style multiple micro adjusts, and it's a snap-on with the old style stamped clasp. Very reminiscent, feels really comfortable. It's still in the plastic, but feels very comfortable, like the Seiko Jubilee. You got a really cool snap on there. You can see it's the President. There you go, 1171 Uncle Seiko stainless steel. And you've got the pins. I think, what does it say here? Now it's probably got the pin direction. So the pins come out. This is, I think it's pin and sleeve. I could be wrong. When I go to size it, I'll check it out. But it's also got the cool Uncle Seiko logo, which from far kind of looks Omega-ish, but that's not what he's going for. He's going for the Uncle Seiko. Obviously, that's his brand. But yeah, so this is a great bracelet. It comes with these end links. So now here's the reason why people have been successful in doing it is to really, really mimic what's been happening, or what happened back in the day with the Omega Speedmaster, is all of these come with hollow end links. Okay, now hollow end links are great. I know a lot of people find them to be jangly, and they're not good for what you think. You want a solid end link. However, this is part of the vintage charm. I will say that the hollow end links allow the manipulation of these to fit onto a Seamaster. So I think what's required is I'm going to use this tool to just show, if I can zoom in, it's just going to be opening this, making it flat, and then potentially opening it up. So you will have the ability for the spring bar to get in here, and you just got to open this up. So I'll be right back. What I'm going to do is take off the rubber strap, mask my lugs on my Omega, come back, and we will mount this and resize it with the proper tools and see how it goes. All right, guys, back here. So what I've done, taken off the stock rubber from the Omega. So you would have to take off your bracelet or the rubber or whatever strap. And here's the modifications. So these, I'll zoom in, have to just be pried down. So if you look at it, so they were like this. So you have to just pry them down just a little bit, and make sure you do it with the needle nose pliers, not these big guys that I use. And what you can do is then grab it and just bend it down. And what happens, what you're trying to get is ensuring that when you put it in, this does not go up and touch the bezel, right? Like it's got to be in line with the lugs. So I got this side in, and just to show you how it looks pretty good. I did put some scratches in it. I'll probably buy some new end links from Uncle Seiko. But there you go, and that's what it looks like underneath. Again, make sure you tape off your lugs, and you can see all that's needed is just to open this. Where is it? You just have to lift this up, and there's like a concave section right here on the watch, and it has to match that, and then there you go. I mean, it looks great. And see how it's not going up. When I first did it, it was above it, but now it's matching the lugs. So keep that in mind, try that out. And now that I got the end links attached, I will go ahead and resize the bracelet and get that going. See you soon. And we're back. So I took a little bit of finagling, but got the second end link in. Again, looks great on this Uncle Seiko 1171. This to me now completes the watch. I mean, this is how I envisioned the perfect Omega Seamaster back in the day. I know you could do some modifications with some of those old speedy bracelets or the 2254, but nothing has come up for this 42mm. I think this is beautiful. This is perfect. This is a great bracelet. I just sized it. It is very comfortable. It's got a 20 to 16mm taper. It is, I mean, look at the links. You can fold them on top of each other. It's comfortable. It has flex because it's, again, vintage inspired. But what that means is it's comfortable. That's why those old bracelets from Seiko, Rolex, Omega, they're comfortable. This clasp has the most amount of micro adjusts I've ever seen, which is beautiful because you don't need a half link. You don't need anything. I mean, look at this. It's got 8 micro adjust holes, and it snaps perfectly. Very nice and solid. Very comfortable. Again, looks great. And this is the 1171 from Uncle Seiko. So let me just see if I can get some additional light on here. There you go. So it's the 1171. It matches some of the brush surfaces. Excuse the scratches on here. I will be getting new end links, but this was the first one I practiced on. It does have a female end link system, which is great. Moves around super easy. Very cool. Now let's take a look at the inside. You can tell, obviously, you just have to modify the end links, and these are hollow end links that make this entire thing perfect. Yeah, I think it's perfect. It changes the watch, and you know, very jingly jangly, sure, but you know, I'm sure that now Larry's got one of these Omegas, I'm sure something will happen where we can probably get, you know, I'd say a future upgrade would be a solid end link made for the watch, and maybe a diver style clasp with the double kind of lock, if you will. I'm not saying that's something that'll happen. However, I mean, look at this. This thing drapes around. That female end link is perfect. It's great. And you know what? This clasp works. It's super comfortable. Let me just take off that plastic. It's still on there. Super comfortable. Let me throw it on the wrist so you guys can take a look. So here it is, 7.25, 7.3 inch wrist, depends, but wears beautifully, very comfortable, light. The watch head is perfect, but you know what, the micro adjust that you have on this thing, you can tweak it so it's perfect. As you can tell, I've got hairy wrists, hairy arms. I don't see this kind of shaving your arm off or pulling hair just because there's enough of a gap between these links. Sizing was a breeze too. Just sized it. It's got split pins, super simple if you have the right tools to knock out the links. And yeah, I took, I think, 2 links out of the 6 o'clock side and maybe 1 link on the 12, but I also moved it in. There you go. So I think this is amazing. It has changed this watch for me. It has changed what I've looked for in an Omega Seamaster. And honestly, I wish Omega had bracelets like this for their Seamaster. They're killing the line by just having the one massive, again, my opinion, the massive thick train track, or the whatever you want to call it, the track style bracelet. This is amazing. And again, very, very comfortable, which is the whole point of getting a watch, right? You want to be able to wear it. So hopefully I'll splice all these videos together and show you guys and put in some of the videos, photos, but here is the upgrade from Uncle Seiko.